Hey everybody. The markets have been going through a tough time the past couple of days, and a lot of coins are a lot cheaper than they were a few weeks ago. Today I'm going to be looking at Ultra and looking for some significant support that we have beneath us and going over some possible scenarios that I could see playing out. So, first off, I want to look at some of the significant support that we have beneath us because we already blew below the support that I was expecting us to hold. But looking at where we just found a bottom not too long ago, we actually have a pretty interesting area of support right beneath us. So, first off, we have a 786 sitting down here. If you pull a fib from the bottoms on May 21st up to the tops, we got a 786 sitting right down here. We also have a pretty significant level of resistance here that we held support on a bit over here. We have this level sitting right above the 786, and it would actually look pretty good if we could wick down and touch off of this previous resistance level. It was resistance for UOS from like March 13th to May 4th, so about 2 months, and we touched off this level 3 times, so it's a pretty heavy level of support and resistance. And if you want to look a little bit farther below, you could look at these point of controls for these volume ranges that we traded in. So pretty much this whole area from about 71 cents down to about 50 cents is pretty strong support for us. And UOS actually spent a lot of time trading in this area, about 8 months, with a little bit of time spent trading below and a little bit of time spent trading above. But overall, I think this zone right below us is going to be really strong support for us. And in fact, I'm going to delete that line and I'm just going to put a little rectangle right down in this area here because I actually expect this point of control of this area to act as really strong support. So I'm hoping we won't have to come down and test this one. And one thing that you could do if you are trying to figure out what to look for when you're looking for a reversal or a bottom pattern or something is to look at the historical evidence, because there's at least a chance that what happened in the past could happen again. And so I'm actually going to go on log scale here, and I'll just mark out all of the times in the past that we had a major trend reversal. And let's start off on this first one back here in November 2020. If you look down on Market Cipher B, you can see that on the daily time frame, as we were coming down and putting in these bottoms, we were forming a bullish divergence on the daily time frame. Coming over to this next bottom in May of 2021, you can see the same thing here. Even though it's not as apparent, you put a horizontal line right below this green dot that we printed. You can see that this green dot's below it and this one is above it. We did, in fact, print a slight bullish divergence on the daily time frame when we put in this bottom as well. But the outlier here is this bottom that we put in at the end of September. We actually did not form a bullish divergence on the daily time frame. You can see the momentum wave actually put in a lower low along with the price action. And we really just had a trigger wave to an anchor wave here with a higher low in the price action, and that marked our bottom back here. So out of these 3 major bottoms and trend reversals, 2 of them had bullish divergences on the daily time frame. So if we are going off of historical evidence, then there's about a 66% chance that we are going to form a bullish divergence on the daily time frame when we put in a bottom here. Now, there's no guarantees that that is going to be accurate. I'm just looking at what UOS did in the past. But if it is going to go by those probabilities, we could end up making a lower low in price action and forming a bullish divergence on the daily time frame. And I would really like to see this, especially if we came into this significant area of support here. Now, that's just one possible scenario. There's a chance that we just put in a higher low here and maybe we just reverse off of this. But that is technically less likely, and especially since we came so close to this major area of resistance. And of course, there's a range of other possible scenarios. Maybe we just end up ranging in this area for a few months. But overall, this dip is not discouraging me. The reason I hold this is because I believe in the potential that this project has and what it's building. I think that if Ultra reaches the size and scale that we think it could, and it truly does capture a large portion of not only the crypto gaming industry, but the gaming industry as a whole, I think Ultra has strong potential to stand alone in the markets and not depend on the rest of the markets. If Bitcoin were to end up ranging at the low end of its range for a few more months, possibly the rest of 2022, like some people believe, I think that there's a good chance that with all of the things that Ultra is releasing this year, it could continue to grow on its own. So overall, I'm going to be watching the UOS price action closely, seeing if we can possibly come down to this rectangle and maybe form some bullish divergences. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Really appreciate all the support, everyone. It means a lot. And I will see you all on Tuesday for my next video.